Hi, everyone, and welcome once again to one of our Hobby Memorial Library events. We do have today one of our very favorite people on campus. She is CTC instructor Guadalupe Bluhm de Saldivar, and she is the program coordinator of our hospitality programs. We just on campus call her Chef Lupita. And so she is going to talk to us today about food safety so you guys don't like try to kill yourselves trying to be surviving adulthood. This is all about survival. So go ahead and welcome, and take it away.
Hello, everyone. I am really happy to be here with Cynthia. Um, First of all, I think that everybody is like ready for the start of this semester, very happy and very enthusiastic to get this semester done. Number one for your food safety is you guys need to get a thermometer. That is the more important thing that you guys can get. Why a thermometer? Because you guys need to verify that your food is going to get at least 160 to be safe to eat. Or when you guys are going to cool it down, at least be like around 140 for be able to put it on the fridge. Then this is like basically the main things that you guys have to look. Obviously, when you work on a restaurant, you have to be more careful and you have to start looking into the temperature of your meats, into your fridges be to certain temperature. At home, we tend to be a little bit more loose and not so strict. But the main thing that you guys have to remember is the danger zone. The danger zone is from 145 to 165. Let me verify it. I don't want to. No, 141 to 135. Sorry, my temperatures are wrong. It's from 41 to 135. And if you guys keep your food, whatever is hot up of 135 and whatever is cold down to 41, you guys will be okay. If you guys put it in between, it's a big danger to you guys can get sickness, because on that zone is where your pathogens tend to grow faster, and obviously you can get sick more easily. Everything that is fresh food, like lettuce, radishes, carrots, you would need to wash them through. That way, they are like good to go to prep on your meals. If you guys do prep meals during the weekends to be ready the whole week, make sure that before, obviously, you guys are going to cook, you guys are going to put it and place it on your small little containers. And to be able to storage, you guys, for the first 2 hours, you guys need to make sure that that goes down to at least 75 degrees on the first 2 hours. After that, the next 2 hours need to get down to 41 degrees. That way you guys be able to put it out on the fridge or the freezer, and your food gets safe. You guys see that you guys already passed the 2 hours where you have to reach the 70 degree temperature. Just reheat your food, because after that time you are on danger that you are going to put your food on that range of humidity and higher levels of contamination. Then that's mainly what you have to take care and be careful on it. Obviously, is better if you guys have seal containers that they can vacuum seal. That will be the best thing. But if you guys don't have it, just make sure that you guys close it really good. There are some dollar store containers that they have a small little bulb. If you guys have that ones, it's perfect, because you guys seal it, open the bulb. Later, when it's cold completely, you guys close the bulb and put it on your freezer, and your food will be safe. For when you guys are going to reheat the food, you guys need to make sure to get to 165. That way is safe to eat. If you guys have like a fast food, or you guys are heating just your water for put on your um, soup, your instant soup, you guys need to make sure your water is at least 165. If you guys don't have a thermometer and you guys need to reach that temperatures, the more easy way to check if your water is already hot is when you start heating the water and you start seeing like a small little bubbles coming or trying to build. That's when you are almost to that temperature to put it on your soup, which is almost to the boiling point. Then that is the things that you guys have to look for be more safety on the kitchen. What is your mushrooms? Usually mushrooms, you don't wash them, you just clean them. Mushrooms are spores and they are going to absorb everything that is around them. Then if you put water on them, they are going to absorb that water. And when you guys are going to cook it, they are not going to grab the flavor that you wanted because they already absorb the water. Then we don't wash them. We just grab a rag that is wet and we clean them like that until they are clean from all the soil. The same is for strawberries. Strawberries, usually you just rinse them. You don't wash them completely, and you don't put the stem out. As soon as you guys put the stem out, all the flavors, they are going to grab it from your fridge, and the flavor of your strawberry is not going to be the best flavor that you guys want. Let me think something else. um when you guys are going to be eating snacks that you guys are going to make home, like chopping fruits, for example, try to consume it on the first 2 days. Don't try to leave it more than that. Usually, fruits, they tend, as soon as you cut them, they tend to get bad really fast. For consequence, are not safe to you to eat them. Potatoes, don't cook them today and eat it tomorrow. That is not a good idea unless you are going to follow a good process. Potatoes are a big high risk of botulism. Then you guys need to be careful when you guys eat potatoes. Try to eat them as soon as you cook them, eat them. Don't try to reheat them or try to save them for later on. Um, Basically is the main things that you guys have to look. Milk has a life of 4 hours out of the fridge. Every time that you pull it out of the fridge, start counting the life of the milk. You put it inside the fridge, stop the count, you pull it out again, stop that count again. Then if I have it 10 minutes out of the fridge, I only have like a 3 hours and 15 minutes left of that life of that milk. Then every time you guys do that, the life of the milk is decreasing. Obviously, that if I come from the store, put it on the fridge, and I don't use it, and let's go say that is close to the due date for consume that milk is going to still have the 4 hours of life because you have not pulled it out from the fridge. But we say it's 4 hours because we don't know how the store, how the provider, how everybody else handle that milk, and that is why it's 4 hours out of the fridge. Almost for all the lactose is the same thing. You have questions?
I have so many of them. I don't know how I'm alive.
They are very different. All the rules that we follow in the kitchen, they are too different than what we follow that at the house. Obviously, at the house we are a little bit more like let's go say relax about it. We are not so strict about it.
Well, I definitely am going to go out and get a thermometer, but I do a lot of microwave cooking, just because I don't have time. And I ended up buying a smaller microwave that was only like 700 watts or whatever.
Okay.
So is that deadly? Because all of the things say, 1100 watts. Like, is there some kind of a chart, like your temperature chart, that gives you how many much longer you need to do it?
No, you just have to make sure your food reach the 165. Like it's better to make sure that your food is safe. Like it's nothing that is going to make you sick. Sometimes you eat something and it's like, oh, I think something make me feel bad, but
Uh-huh.
usually it's because it's something that was not taken care properly.
Yeah.
Then usually our bodies by this time they already make some kind of like a resistant to that pathogens, but it's not
Uh-huh.
normal that when you eat something you get like a upset of your stomach right away. That is not something that is normal, but
Huh.
mostly of everybody feels normal when, oh, let me go and Taco Bell, and
I know.
you
Yes,
get a little
okay.
bit upset of the stomach, and you see it normal, but it's not normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting that that's the first time I've ever heard of a cool down temperature.
Yes.
I'm notorious of, once I cook something, then it's like, okay, this goes in my place, this goes in aluminum foil and gets shoved in the fridge.
No,
No,
it's no a
I
practice
hear
that
that
is
now.
supposed that we follow. It's supposed that we put it on a shallow pan and we stand it and we let it cool down, or put it on an ice bath. An ice bath is basically ice and water and put inside the pot of that. That way it cools down faster.
Yeah.
Um, but how I say, like I usually at home, we are not so strict about it. The more important thing for you is put it on the fridge. That way, it's good for tomorrow.
Okay.
Usually at restaurants, we have to have a higher standard for be able to use it if it's getting used. Usually after 4 hours of being made and being on the line, usually gets thrown on the trash. Don't get saved.
Okay. Well, like I have a question about expiration dates. Um, Everybody has in their refrigerator ketchup and mustard and pickles, and it's been there a while. And then you look at the expiration date and it expired 2 years earlier. Um, when it says expire, like for things like mustard and ketchup and all that, should that all be just thrown away at that point?
And that is correct. If it has a expiration date and says expiration date, yes, has to be thrown away. If
So no
says
matter what.
yes,
Mhm.
it says due date, that is different. Due date and expiration date, they are two different things.
What's the
Uh,
difference?
the due date is by the time that you have to, let's go say it, to buy that product, or to have it on your storage. That is the due date, and it's going to have a shelf life of another 3 months more. And expiration date is a dead end expiration date.
It
Usually, if you notice now, a bunch of products they have expiration date, best due date, and I don't remember what
throw
is
it in
the
the
other one.
garbage date.
No, I think it's like a Best Buy. Best Buy, I think, is the other one. Then there are the three usually that they use for the products, and all the three of them they have different uses. It's not necessary I going to throw it away because says best due by this date. Yes.
Well, what about things that you have in the freezer? Like your frozen meat, you frozen fish. Um, you know, if it's fish you caught as opposed to one that has a use by date.
Yes.
At what point are you getting in trouble?
Usually, the more you can keep it is frozen foods is 6 months. You cannot keep it more than 6 months. And like a fresh cut, all depends how you pack it. There are food that if you vacuum seal pack it, is going to last longer. But usually 3 months is okay for that. something that is going to change that days is if you put some kind of seasoning, if you prepackage it. That has it's like a very extensive guidance to do it. Like it's not just like okay, this is already 3 months I'm going to throw it away. No, usually it's not like that. And we say 6 months because more likely after 6 months is going to get something that is called frozen bite, and it's going to get like a very whitish, and it's not gonna look right when it's
Doesn't
not
taste
looking
good
right.
either.
Yes, and it's gonna taste like a freezer. Is how it's gonna taste. Yeah.
Like in when you buy in the store, sometimes you buy like the vegetables or
Mhm.
the fruit that's not like at a uh market, like a fruit stand or
Mhm.
whatever. They seem to last longer. But it if it looks okay and it's been in your fridge a while, is that still okay? Like
Uh,
it sort of looks like it's okay, celery stick.
Yeah, usually, like will be good on the next, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. But your cue for CB is okay is when you grab the package, when you buy it at the store, it's gonna be loose. It's gonna be frozen, but it's gonna be loose, and you feel it on the bag. Uh, when already had been thawed and frozen again, it's gonna have clumps of water. At that moment is not good. Even if it looks good, it's not good because that means that it has been thawed and frozen and thawed and frozen multiple times. But that time is no bueno.
Even with like fresh fruits and vegetables, if you buy that, um, are we looking at what it looks like at that point? If it starts to get mushy, is it time to throw it away? Or if you've got like some mushy, I am totally giving all of my secrets of what's in my fridge. But if there's like something mushy at the top and a little bit blue, but then other ones are not like that, can you eat the one? Yeah, I am not lying.
Okay.
People have this in their refrigerators.
Let's go say bananas. Bananas, if they are almost dark, they are the best bananas for make banana bread.
Okay.
Then put that bananas to work and make a banana bread out of them.
But the
Now,
blueberries, if you got some that are fuzzy, but these don't look fuzzy, can you eat the ones that are not fuzzy?
you can separate them, wash them, and eat the ones that are okay. But usually, if you already have some signs of mold, it's not really recommended to eat it.
But
But I
isn't that
repeat,
penicillin?
no, it's not penicillin. Usually, it's like it's very difficult to say yes, eat this or no, don't eat this. Is like how I say at home we are a little bit more loose about it. We are not so strict. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I have many times gone and grab and separate the fruit and wash the good ones and the bad ones I throw it away. Usually that's what I will do at home. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the restaurant business, unless you are going to cook them and convert them on jelly, is that you are going to use them. Why? Because I'm going to try to kill everything that was in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm going to use it for reduce my food cost. But me serving it on a fruit parfait is not going to work it out.
Okay. And I mean, we all clean houses and stuff like that, clean our house. Do you have a recommendation of how often that fridge, because people forget your fridge needs to be cleaned, your freezer needs to be cleaned. Do you have like a recommendation of how often that should happen?
I will do
Other
it
than
like
when you spill stuff?
yes, like a deep cleaning. I will do it at least one time every 15 days. A deep cleaning.
15 days?
Yes, I at
Wow.
least will do it because you guys, when you put your trays of food, if some spillage of blood Or when you detail food, it's supposed that you put it on the fridge. More likely, everybody do it on the sink, but it's supposed that you put it on the fridge. Then all that contamination, you can make cross contamination with your vegetables, with your fruits. And if you have all sediments that they have in there, like prior to it, you get on risk of getting sick. As well, all my vegetables, all my fruits, I will don't wash them. I will storage them like that, and I will wash them until I am ready to use them. And that is because my fruit and my vegetables are going to last longer if I don't wash them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of like different types of foods, I don't know, I saw something on TV one time. Somebody was getting in trouble because this type of food was next to that type of food. Are we supposed to separate like every kind of a food? Don't put anything dairy next to anything vegetable? Or, I mean, is there some rule that says we're supposed to divide our food up in the fridge?
That comes only if you guys have some kind of allergens. Let's go say that on your house you have somebody that is allergic to, I don't know, eggs, and you are going to be storing the food, like the fruits in there. Eggs, they are a spore as well, and they're going to absorb everything. Then more likely you can have some kind of cross contamination or touching with that fruits, and the person that has the allergen can get like a severe reaction. But all depends on case of case scenario. How severity is the allergy, like is too many things going involved into it. Yes, you need to be careful separating your foods if you don't want to make that crossover. But usually, at home they sell you the milk. It comes on their container, comes sealed. It's not gonna be touching nothing else. Then you don't have a problem. Uh,
Okay.
if the eggs, for example, you have to keep it on the carton box that they sell it to you, not pull it out to put it on the nice little thing that is on the refrigerator, because you don't want to they absorb the smells and everything. Then you want to keep it on the carton, or you want to put it on a box. Usually they sell acrylic box. That ones they can support your eggs. What you are trying to do on the fridge is to maintain the food to certain temperature. That way they can last longer. When you serve the food, you try to separate them. Mainly is because there is people that they don't like the food touching each other, or how I repeat, is some kind of allergen. But if it's an allergen, then you need to be careful when you cook that item and make sure that the surface that you are using is sanitary, don't have touched any other um, fruits or vegetables that are going to be used for it. I don't know if that answered the question.
No, it did answer my question. And I do have another question. Occasionally, everybody around here will lose internet. It just goes out. Not internet, I'm sorry, electricity. We don't need
Yes.
internet for cooking. And how long is that refrigerator and that freezer gonna hold up? Or at what point do you think we should just toss everything out because it didn't come back on?
If you pass more than 12 hours without electricity and you have not opened your fridge, I will throw everything out. Now, if you have been opening and closing that fridge and that fridge has lost the ability to cool down, or the small little cold air that have inside is already loose, 4 hours and that's it. Everything
Mm,
goes to the trash.
it
Yes.
goes. Wow.
Yes. Do you remember when we had the storm here in Texas? It was like a huge storm.
Yes,
I
for
think
a
it was like
week.
yeah, it was like a 2, 3 years ago, something like that. A lot of people lose electricity on that time, and they lose it for days. The huge advantage that we have on that time is that you just have to pull everything out and put it on the snow, and you will
Yeah,
be
I was
okay.
gonna say, yeah.
Yes, was no such a big trouble. We have more that trouble when it's hot outside. When it's hot outside, it's like Mostly you are going to be losing everything in a period of hours. Is you don't have too much time.
Can you really, if it is like very, very cold outside and you lose electricity, you really can just put your food outside?
If it's very cold, like on that time that we have ice on the floor, yes, you can, no, with no problem. Obviously, that you are not going to use that piece of meat and cook it out of the ice, but yes, you can put it on a bag and put it inside the ice, and yes, they will
That's
stay alive.
smart. Yeah,
They
because
will stay good.
not too many people thought of that, but that's true. It was probably there's your freezer right there.
Yes, yeah, you don't have problem. The time that I live in Germany for about almost 2 years, and I remember that on winter we will put the sodas, the milk, the eggs, and the beer outside of the window for keep it cold.
To
Will
keep
be
it cold.
Yeah, will be colder than inside of the fridge.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other like advice or that we can what about washing your hands before
Oh,
cooking?
yes, that is very important. That is
and
a
and
number.
putting the spoon that you just tasted back in your food?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, you have to wash your hands every time that you are going to either start working on the kitchen, or every time you go to the bathroom and you come back, you have to be washing your hands. And every time that you change a task, let's go say that I am grabbing chicken, I finish to grab the chicken. If I going to change a task, I have to wash my hands to be able to change the task. If not, I can spare all the contaminants of my chicken around. Then yes, it's very important wash your hands every time that you can and every time that you are going to change any task.
And what about the cutting board?
Oh, coding board. Okay, coding board. Here at school we have a different coding boards and there are different colors. Each color means what you are going to be using. Then green board is for vegetables and fruits. Red board is for red meats. And yellow board is for chicken. Then you, I know at home you don't have multiple color boards for habit. But what you can do is that if you are going to grab chicken and you're going to cut chicken, you grab the chicken, cut it in there, put it on a bowl, and later grab that board, wash it, sanitize it, and later use it for continue cooking whatever you are going to be cooking. But definitely, if you use raw foods in that bowl and later you want to use fresh products, is a no-no. It's just like a big one to get sick. Later, if that food that you are going to cook is going to be ready to eat food, meaning it's a salad, meaning it's a fruit that you decide to cut on that moment to eat it, you have a higher risk to get sick.
What about seafood? Is seafood like one of the worst things that you can be handling with food safety?
Uh, I think that yes, is you need to be careful with it, but I am more afraid of the chicken than the seafood.
Really?
Like
Why?
yeah, because my seafood, I know that I have to wash it, I have to cook it, or I have to marinate it, but I don't going to have so much of a risk of having salmonellosis or something like that when the chicken is going to give me that. The chicken, if is handled incorrectly, I can get salmonellosis. Then that that is what I will get more worried about it. Beside that, usually when you, at least on this area, when you are going to buy seafood, usually will be prepackaged or it's gonna be frozen. Then and seafood defrosts really fast. Then I will be more careful into that. When chicken is like a very common usage around these areas, the first thing that you are going to do is put it on your sink to defrost, and you're going to forget about the chicken. It's going to be there on the sink, and you are not going to remember it until you are going to cook. And if you come back to work, let's go say 7, 8 o'clock p.m., already past that chicken dancing on your sink for already 7 hours. Then it's no point of it. That's why I'm saying I will be more afraid of the chicken than the seafood.
Is it better to defrost just sitting in your fridge or just throw it in the microwave and defrosting it that way?
You can actually defrost it on the microwave is not such a bad idea if you are going to defrost it to the right temperature. Like if you are going to just defrost, not cook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the best way to do it is put it from your freezer to the fridge to the pot, wherever you're going to cook it. Then, if I am planning to do chicken tomorrow, more likely I pull it out my chicken either today on the morning and put it on my fridge, or put it yesterday night and put it on my fridge. That way, it's ready for cook for tomorrow. And
Okay,
all
so
my meats is the more recommendable thing to do is that. Another thing
okay.
that I will be scared beside the chicken will be my ground beef. That will be the other thing that I will be careful with it. And ground beef is because it's a mixture of fat and already being handled for another person, already being out. I don't know for how long. No idea. At least the chicken, I know they kill it and they process it and put it on the pack. The ground beef, I don't know how many cows they did for be able to have my ground beef done. And later they pack it and later they freeze it. Then that will be the two things I will be more careful, not so much as the seafood.
Yeah, it is there like a chart or something that can like especially like around the holidays when people are doing turkey. They don't know how to defrost it. They don't know how to cook it, and that's where everybody gets sick from the turkey. So, like, can you just like find online like some type of a reputable place that will give you exactly what you need to do, or is it better just to get that thermometer and always follow the temperature?
Usually, the best thing to do is follow the temperature of your thermometer. But online is a lot of resources that you can find, that they are good resources. More if you pull it out, like right now that you are saying about the turkeys, about big companies that they are in charge of that processing of that turkeys. Usually, the same company give you all the guidance for be able to cook it, for be able to storage, for be able to defrost it, and they are telling you what the way to do it on how to do it, for the same reason that how you say on these seasons is when more people get sick. Then do you imagine how many people have been sued for that? And it's like all these big companies usually they already have everything. They have all the ducks on the row.
Well, and where can you first buy the thermometers, and do you recommend any specific kind? Like, can
If
I go
you
to
don't,
Walmart and get a cheap one?
yes, you can get a cheap one from Walmart. Because you are brand new to the thermometer, I will go and grab an electronical thermometer that as soon as I open it, I can start using it. I will don't get a big metallic thermometer because that one you have to like calibrate it, and that is like you have to use another points for calibrate it. You don't want that. You don't want that hazard. Then just
Okay.
grab a digital thermometer. They already came calibrated, and you can use that one. In case that you grab one that needs to be calibrated, usually on the same package, say it. The more easy way to do it is having a cup full of ice, and later you put water on it, and you put it inside, and you calibrate it until the temperature that is indicated in there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's the key, huh?
Yes.
Is temperature.
Yeah, the temperature danger zone, how I say, is the key between 41 or 135 is what do you want.
Okay. All righty. Well, great. Thank you. You gave us so much information,
You're
you know,
welcome.
and I know you cover this in your culinary classes. So so that's a whole semester of how not to kill yourself with food. Huh,
That is correct.
taking your
That is the
classes.
name of the class. A whole semester on how not to kill yourself. Yes.
Wow. Well, we really, really, truly appreciate you taking the time. I know you got a busy, busy schedule to help us out because this whole series is about surviving adulthood and, you know, things we don't think about. Like, totally, I'm sitting here, my brain's going, um, what did I eat? What did I eat? Again, I don't know how I'm still alive. So, you know, so this will be so helpful to people. And you know, guys, if y'all want to learn more about culinary, make sure that you
Yes.
definitely take a class over with Chef Lupita.
Yeah, we will be waiting for them in here. We're always very happy to accept all of you guys that they're more than welcome to come and learn how to cook, how to bake, how to decorate, anything we can do for you guys. We're here.
Yeah, you guys are awesome over there. So, and before we go, I want to remind everybody that we have another Surviving Adulthood series coming right behind you. And my screen stopped, so I'm not sure what day, but I think it's 2 days later, and it is on renting. So, if you're just getting started, or if you're starting again in your life, some great advice, some ideas from our residence hall manager, and she will be talking to you guys about renting and how not to get scammed. So
Yeah.
thank you again,
You're
and
welcome.
we will see you on campus. So
Yes,
you
thank
guys
you.
have a great time, and you guys have a great day. And don't leave yet, Chef Lapita.
Okay, no
All right.
problem.
Thank you.